Good, good. Everything's working. It's Monday, last Monday in June. How did it go? Doing so fast. So set yourself up. How have you been? I haven't seen you all the way since yesterday, after class, 9 a.m. on Sunday. So many things have happened since then and now. So absolutely bring all of it to your mind. Bring all of who you are. This is the place where I can notice. Because we're doing the same thing again and again each day, the real beauty of that repetition is the movements and the breath and the timing in the day, all of that being the same. I can see what about me is changing. Am I low? Am I rising? If you follow Instagram at all today, I posted up, I'm using Tracy Stanley, phenomenal, beautiful tantric teacher. I'm using her Yoga Nidra. She's got a 5-day Yoga Nidra, which you could consider just get rid of the day and say 5 practices of Yoga Nidra. Just 20 minutes a piece. And so important to find that level of stillness. Honestly, sometimes it hurts. It physically hurts to get that still and to get that open and to really rest and to really, in the process of getting still and resting, to feel. To notice where I am, like, holy cow, I didn't realize I was still carrying that. This morning I went to the dentist, and I was noticing, all I was doing was having my teeth cleaned. And those incredibly, beautifully well-made, scrapey little situations that can go between your teeth. And the hygienist was phenomenal, and I trust her, and I know her, and still, I could feel my whole body becoming smaller, tighter, trying to protect itself. And so very likely I'm still carrying around a lot of that tension until I can really get to my Yoga Nidra and really rinse that out. So the stillness, the quiet, the ease, the joint by joint, marma by marma, we release the energy that we hold in ourselves. And this can clear your mind, this can heal your nervous system, and this is what brings us back. So go for the repetition. Go for the repetition. Feel into today. What's changed? How is it changing? Where are you? What's needed? So go big, go small. This is absolutely yours. It's Monday, so I will modify. I'll do a modified Monday. I'll do some of it on the chair, and I will do some on the floor. So here we go. Wherever you are, however you are, welcome, my loves. Welcome to Monday. Rub your palms. Deepen your seat, lift your heart. Broaden your collarbones, lengthen your spine, close your eyes. As though you were starting a fire, as though you were clearing the charge between your hands. So that when you stop, you can feel there's a change, there's a shift, there's a brightening. Om Namo, I bow to everything outside of me, guiding me, healing me, holding me. Guru Dev Namo, I bow to everything inside of me. It's rising to meet it all. 3 times with me, or just listen, take it in. Inhale. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Om Namo Guru Dev Namo. Roll your shoulders, roll your wrists. And get your playlist started. So I remember when my daughter was very small, and she said, Mom, if we have a lullaby to end the day, why don't we have a lullaby to start the day? I thought it was great. And I said, well, what if the lullaby is to start the sleep? And so that mantra is really like a lullaby. Now we begin. Now we are here, asking for guidance and care. Standing tall, take your hands up high, inhaling up, inhaling down, inhaling up, exhaling down. To in, to in, to in, to out. In, in, out. And because today is Monday, I will do this on the chair. In, out. In, out. Close your eyes and become very, very settled into this motion. Opening the chest, the upper back, emptying out the joints of the shoulders and the fingers. It can be your own pace. It can be your own size. One more time. And then just standing tall, palms face forward, noticing the difference. The breath is changing, the oxygen levels are shifting. Shake out your hands and your feet. If you're in a chair, make sure your feet and your knees and your hips are all at right angles. One hand out, one elbow back, and change. Inhale the left, exhale the right. Or both exhale. So you're finding this steady rhythm. If you're standing, you have a little bend in your knees so that you can press from your feet all the way into your elbow tip behind you and the heel of your hand in front of you. And it's in the repetition that we can really just begin to find when do we numb out, when do we get distracted, or when do we just stay in and feel all that it has to offer us and let it empty out where we've been. Put us right into each moment. Acts, acts, acts. 3, 2, and 1. Draw both elbows back. Inhale, hold your breath in. And then shake it out. Step your feet a little bit wider. I'll come back to the chair in just a moment. Inhale your hands up high, palms together, little bend in your knees. Fold over the left side. Inhale up. Fold over the right side. Inhale up. So if I was in my chair, I would sit with my feet wide, my knees wide, and just fold. You can use your hands to your body or your fingertips on the floor. Just reaching towards the sky and reaching towards the floor. If that's what you've got, then that's where you go. We're going to add a whisper of ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands up high, 3 sips in, fill your breath. Hold that a little wriggle, get a little taller, turn your chin, reach to your fingertips, shake it out. And on your exhalation, your hands go wide, wide, wide to the side. Your eyes are closed. Just feel from your heart to your hand the space all around you. 8 minutes. So if that's all the time you have in today, then fantastic, you reset your state. If that's all the time you have tomorrow, then just join us for that little window. And that little window will serve you so well. Come down onto the floor. Knees bent, feet flat. Hands out wide. Drawing your right knee in a great circle. Release the tension of your right hip. If you're ready, you extend out into the ball of your right foot. Sweeping up through the middle. Inhale as you open and exhale, bring it up. How this starts to open the breath all the way from your right shoulder to your right hip, even all the way out to your right heel. And then reverse your direction. And we can show up for our practice here because it affects us physically. We have a greater range of motion, we have more stamina, we have more strength, we have better posture. All of that allows us to live more fully. Feet flat. Circle your left knee. Or as you circle your left knee, if you've got the capacity, you reach into the left foot and you circle through the left foot. Opening from the left hip all the way to the left shoulder and feel how the breath can start to change. Or perhaps you practice for the mental qualities that this begins to give us. Clearing out the day to restart. Clearing out whatever emotion you've gathered up since the morning. I will stop mid-conversation when I'm worked up, reverse your direction, and just move myself around a little bit. And I tend to move my opinion, and I move my judgment, and I come back and I say, I hear you, I'm sorry, thank you. Right? We stay in it, and we come back again and again and learn who we are. Feet down, and knees circle wide, both, or legs are up and you circle wide. Hands can be overhead as a counterbalance if you want to get really long. Roll the seat off the floor. All the way through the spine, through the inner thighs. We realize that we're so much stronger than we knew, both physically and mentally reverse your circles. That we have the capacity to change in the space of a minute, in the space of 3 minutes, in the space of 30 minutes. We can release where we were, begin to see what's possible. Good. Feet together, knees bent, feet flat. And pause. Right hand goes behind your head and the right leg goes out long. Left hand overhead. Lift your head and shoulders. Left hand to tap your right heel. Inhale, open, and then exhale, tap. So if you're seated on your chair, you're just lifting your heel, reach to it or reach towards it. Turn your knee out and your heel in. Keep your navel engaged to your body, breathing out, breathing in. Add the left ankle behind the right, so tap and cross, and down and open. Exhale, exhale. When we come day after day doing the same thing again and again, we can feel our progress. We can feel how at the beginning this may have been nearly impossible, and now we can continue, and it holds us steady and strong, changing sides. Right hand overhead, left leg long, reach up, tap your left heel, inhale, open. And instead of having to just max out a workout, we can come to it a little at a time and so gracefully change. Building strength will change everything in your world. Tap your heel across your right ankle behind your left. And then set it down and inhale open. Exhale, tap, exhale, cross. Inhale down, inhale open. To tap, to cross, to down, to open. Exhale, exhale, inhale. One more. Exhale, exhale, down, down. Pausing, hands wide, and then hands on thighs. Put your hands on your thighs and press lightly away. Your navel starts to open so that it's not just contraction that we want circulation, we want ability and space. Draw your knees to your chest, roll yourself to a simple seat. And in that seat or on your chair, your knees are wide. And you sweep side to side. Hop up on the chair in just a moment. Inhaling over. So if this is the place that you are familiar, stay right here. I will add a chair. Know that you can always modify. Knees wide, sweeping up and over. Excellent. Oh. And then hands just inside your thighs. Lean your heart a little forward, walk your seat a little back. Legs out long, knees long, heart long. You may fold here. If you have the space, you put your fingertips to the floor. Hands on knees. All of it's good, but you're deepening the crease between your body and your hips, widening your knees, lengthening your inner thigh. Good. Come upright. And that allows you to cross your legs. So if you're seated on the floor, you're going to cross your legs. If you're seated on your chair, you're going to sit here. And in that cross-legged or seated position, walk yourself forward. So on the floor, just in case you're new at all, I'm seated on the edge of my blanket. I walk my hands out far. Sit my seat back down. Just see where you can go with your fold. And then adding a block lengthwise in front of you. We'll put the left forearm down on that block and the right hand sweeps up high. If you're seated on your chair, forearm across your thighs. And then inhale, sweep open. And exhale, sweep it down. Good. Inhaling, open. And exhaling down. Just keep it right there, keep it going. So here it looks like this. Opening the right side ribs all the way to the outer right hip, all the way through the shoulder. Go one more time. And then keep your right hand high. Turn your palm the same direction as the top of your head and open and close your hand. Breath all the way into the upper back. And bring your right hand down. Put it across the top of the block or across your thighs. And then the left hand high. And sweep down. Inhaling up and open. Exhale, rinse down left in front of right. So maybe you're cross-legged, forearms on the block, or maybe you're seated in a chair. On Mondays, I modify. So go where it's right for you. Inhale, open. And exhale down. This time we will stay open to pause. Staying. Staying. And a last forward fold, which can be as simple as palms together, lengthen the spine, or fingertips to the floor, or walk yourself out. If you're in a cross-legged pose, just see if you can fold your way all the way down. Breathe into the middle of your back. As you unfold, you'll walk yourself up. Legs are crossed or seated on your chair. And from here, we're going to circle into the seat. So it's this little circle right down, exactly where I'm sitting. And I close my eyes. And you'll begin to feel a little heat move into the body. Match your breath. So each time you go around the back of that circle, it's an exhale. And an inhale, bring it across the front. To in. Good. If you're seated on the floor, you cross legs, you got that circle going nice and tall. Give it a little bit of pace, a little bit of freedom, a little bit of power. Put the key in the ignition here. Turn on the engine. Move what's been in the way. You learn to stay with it. See it through. Good. We're going to reverse direction, going the other way. And then focus on how it moves your abdomen and the inner organs. Let them get a little looser, a little softer. And move through the low ribs and the spine behind you, the diaphragm. Keep the circle going. You've changed direction, and you're going through the lungs and the heart and the upper back. Get taller. Move your awareness into the mouth, into the ear canals, into the eyes, the top of your head. And we just find steadiness in that circle, in that circle, in that circle. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just coast to a pause. Eyes are closed, hands on thighs. Sitting tall, feel, just letting it move through you. Breathing inhale down into the abdomen. Breathing exhale, navel to spine, expelling the energy out of the abdomen. Three, two, one. Good. Loosen the wrist, loosen the neck, loosen the jaw. Come into your seated position. If you're going to stay seated, you're just going to shake out your legs and recross. Getting nice and tall, I will come into the chair. And the chair, going sideways, just so you can see, if you are rounded at all when you sit down, this rounding means that the arm circles we're about to do will be very heavy through the shoulder girdle because they're ahead of your center of gravity. But if I put my shoulders right over my hips, if I put my heart over my seat, now I'm upright. And the work is very different. So if you can't do it on the floor, legs crossed, then I'm going to ask you to hop into a chair. I'll do this every Monday. We modify it. And even if you are a super practitioner, you just want to try it out, or if you're a teacher and you want to be able to share it out for those who can't necessarily sit on the floor, just try it in the chair. Loosen the elbows, loosen the wrists, loosen the fingers, everything you've been holding onto. I'm going to get the dentist out of my body. Thank you, dentist. Get my fear out of my body. So maybe it stays small and gentle, or it grows large. And you're clearing the space inside and out. Find a whisper, ha. Close your eyes, close your mouth, out your nose. If moving through the circles in this way is creating pain or tension through the shoulders, if you're frowning and fighting your body, make it smaller. Make it smaller. That there is tremendous courage required to adjust our lives so that they fit us. We've been taught to push forward, and I am inviting you to make your way forward with grace and delight. Where do you find that? Where do you find that in these circles? Go. Heart up, chin lightly in, back of the neck is long, pelvic floor rising so slightly, stabilizing the spine and allowing the circle to grow just a half inch further, wherever it is for you. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hands up high. Inhale, 3 sips in the nose. Now tuck the chin, lengthen your spine, and be held from inside. All that breath, opening all the space inside of you. When you breathe out the top of your head, let it go. Hands wide, and slowly down. Good. Roll the shoulders, roll the wrists, let it out. Come to lie down on your back if you're working on the floor. Interlace your fingers to draw your right knee in. Lift your left heel and sweep it down. So if I'm working and lying on my back isn't available, I'll put one hand to stabilize and right hand holds my right knee. And you steady, long inhale, long exhale. Raising and lowering your left heel or standing strong in the left heel. More weight into the left foot, opening the left hip, building the strength of your standing leg, deepening the crease of your right knee, right hip. 3, 2, good. And changing sides. So interlace your fingers if you're on your back, interlace your fingers over your left shin, raise and lower your right heel, or left hand holds your left knee. I'm stabilizing myself, I'm strong in my right leg. Inhale, opens and broadens the chest. Exhale, strengthen, press into your heel, flex both feet. Open and close your toes. Strong and tall through your standing leg. Go 3, 2, and 1. Good, setting it down. Bend your knees, put your feet flat, put a block between your thighs. I will come to the floor in a moment. As you press your heels down, lift your hips. Bring your elbows down beside you, or your elbows in, into the chair behind you. There's your inhale, exhale, round your back, lay it down, spine back. Inhale, press into your elbows and lift your heart. Exhale, round down. So if you're seated, you're doing the same movement through the spine without lifting your hips. On the floor, I will join you. Walk between your thighs, heels down to lift your hips, elbows down to lift the heart. Letting your whole front body get a little longer. Letting the whole back body contract to get a little stronger. And from there, hands overhead, inhaling up. Exhaling down. Inhale, hands overhead. Exhale down. So if it works better for you, you just keep your elbows into the floor, raise and lower your hips. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Pausing, set your block down, hands on thighs, close your eyes, press your thighs away. Even if you're seated in the chair, hands on thighs, press away. A little space through the pelvis, through the hips. Good. Draw your knees into your chest. We'll rinse it out. Roll your way up. Build your cross-legged seat, or bring your feet flat if you're seated in the chair. Legs crossed, heart high. Fingertips to your shoulders. Just a little turn left and a little turn right. Inhale, exhale, in, out. Closing your eyes here. Really sitting down into the floor, into the chair. Feeling your navel turn you. Let your upper back be moved. Good. Loosen your expression, loosen your lips and your eyes, and let your wrist move over your elbow. Thumb and first finger touch. Let this turn get a little bigger, amplifying from the navel up through the heart, out into your fingertips. Inhale left, exhale right. Good. And then bringing your palms together overhead, interlace the last 3 fingers, point your first finger up, cross your thumbs, and then loosen the shoulders so that you can spin. Inhale left, exhale right. Turning, 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 turning. 5, 4, 3, 2. Find the center, go 3 steps up. Heart up, chin in, so firm and tall. Good. When you breathe out the top of your head, let your hands go wide and feel all the way from your chest into your fingertips. Keep opening the front body now. We're going to come down onto your belly. Down onto your belly. If you are modifying, you'll be standing. Toes point to a wall, belly against the wall. Put your left hand wide. Left palm to the wall or left fingertips on the floor. And then roll to your left side ribs, left side hips. Turn your toes to the right side. And if you're on the floor, drop your head, lift your right knee, put your toes to the floor, and then turn. You're falling open through the chest. So if I am at the wall, I have one palm out, I have fingertips here, I turn my toes to the right. Bring your breath up into the left side lung. If you're at the wall, turn your chin to your right side shoulder. Turn your right rib back. Turn your right hip back. Good. Bring it back down, belly down. Same thing. If you're on your mat, you're going to go a little bit to the left side of your mat. Right hand wide to the floor, right palm down. Left fingertips so that you can roll onto your right side rib. Turn your toes to the left. And if you're on the mat, you bend your knee, let your knee fall open. And begin to revolve through the spine. On the floor, drop your head. Standing, turn your chin right to your left shoulder. Turning your left ribs over your right ribs, turning your navel, turning your pelvis. Find your breath all the way up underneath you to your right lung. And then you bring it all the way down into the center. Left hand walks out long, fingertips, toes tucked under, left knee strong. Your fingertips on the floor or on the wall. Catch hold of your right heel, right outer ankle, and lift it high. Exhale down. As you lift your heel, lift your heart and set it down. You're just going to work right there. On the floor, left hand's out, hold your heel, pressing up and setting down. Good. 3. 2. Go one more. And set that down. Right hand out, right fingertips down, right toes tuck under. Left hand to reach back, lift your heel, or as you're ready, hold your outer ankle lifting. So the pelvis is square, the chest is square. The right side is your anchor, and the left heel is opening your left chest. The left side of your neck and jaw. One more. Setting it down. Walk your thighs back. Feet flat. Hands on the floor or on the wall. You're just going to peel yourself off the floor, off the wall. Roll yourself down. Inhaling. Keep your hips on the wall and lift your heart. Keep your hips on the floor and lift your heart. Work there. Or the full pose. We've been working towards it this month. Hold outer ankles. Roll forward, roll back. Use your feet. Good. If it's too much, you'll know right away. And go back to that cobra. Inhale. Exhale. One more. And set it down. Good, good, good. If you're standing at the wall, come to your chair. On the floor, hands and knees. Tuck your chin around your back. So if you're in your chair, hands on knees, tuck your chin. Press your hands down and away. Open the upper back. And then gently, gently bringing hips to your heels. On your chair, you're just folding over your thighs, hands down, your shins are to the floor. Deep breath into the upper back. Oh. Rising up. Come onto your back body, or just stay seated in your chair if you're there. Hands on shins, roll forward, roll back. So if you're in your chair, you're going cat-cow, round through the spine and lift through the heart. On the floor you roll. We're just smoothing out the experience between the base body, from the navel to the floor, navel to the heels, and the upper body, from the heart all the way up to the head and out beyond. And the spine is the conduit, the connection in between. One more. So that you can roll to your feet. And even standing. So if you're in your chair, once you get up to stand, hands on hips, a little bend in the knees, tail go back, and then inhale, stand up. It can be this big. Fantastic. Inhale up, exhale, bend. You may work there or put your hands to your shoulders. Elbows wide. Or hands behind your head. And really opening the underarms, the triceps. Press down to rise up. You may be slow, you may be very fast, you may drop your hips all the way to your heels and stand, but wherever you go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stand up tall. Just allow your palms to face forward. Feel the space through you and beyond you. Pause for a moment. Feel the change. You have access to more power, more circulation, more oxygen, more momentum in your thinking. And this is what allows us to step over the inertia, over the energy of yesterday, so that we can make new choices in today. Down to your chair, a cross-legged seat. We come back to the circles where we started. Start by loosening your wrists and your elbows. Keep it small, keep it soft, keep it simple. Long, deep breaths just to clear it out. If you choose, those circles grow a little larger, but never with force. And then clearing the space that surrounds you, closing your eyes, find a whisper of ha. Close your mouth, close your eyes, out the nose. And now these circles are yours. And if you're new to this and the desire to stop is very strong, just pause for a moment and then come back in. We'll be here for 2 minutes. We're overriding the patterns of mind that have established themselves. We're just clearing out so that we can make the choices we really mean to make, not out of habit, but out of intention. We can feel the light that starts to bring to our life. Heart comes up, chin lightly in, lengthening the spine front and back. If you choose, lifting the pelvic floor, strengthening the low abdomen so the base is strong, the spine is tall, and from there let the circles be even easier. Now what's your expression? Because your expression is where you're putting the energy you're making. It can be anything. This is your choice. It can be powerful. It can be focused. It can be happy. It can be generous. It can be luxurious. It can be sensual. It can be patient. What do you want? But in the heart of it is love. All of it. Three, two, one. Hands up high. Inhale, 3 sips in. In the nose. Now heart up, chin in, stay so tall. Stay so tall. Lift the pelvic floor. Everything gathers up. When you breathe out, go up the top of your head and let your hands go wide. Slowly, slowly expanding this light all the way around you. You are enfolded in great golden light. Eyes are closed. Sensation of your hands, your skin, your body, your breath. Feel that. Feel that. I am this. Satnam. Satnam. Pause your playlist if you're using it. Keeping your eyes closed, just feel into what you've made. The more you establish this frequency of your body and your breathing and your intention, no one else can make this frequency but you. This stability and this light is yours. Is truly who you are. So when we say Satnam, this is the Sat. This is the truth of who I am. And the more I establish this, the more that everything I do is infused with this. The more every person I meet is called into their truth because this feels safe to them. So we say Sat Kartar. Kartar is she, he, they, who does, who moves. So that when you brush your teeth, it's with truth. When you walk through the grocery, it's with truth. When you do your work, send an email, send a text. Sat Kar Tar. Sat Kar Tar. Palms together, palms face forward, palms press away. Sat Kar Tar. Kartar is she, he, they, who does. May this light, may this clarity, may this truth be in everything I do today. Ta. Sat Kar Tar. If it's new to you, just try it out. And over time, let it override doubt or fear or reluctance or resistance or separation so that this sense of I am this is in everything you do. And everything you do reminds you, I am the Sat Kar 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 Sat Sat Kar. Two more. Sat Kar Sat Kar. And your hands come down. And just pausing tall, feeling how that changes everything. You may stay seated right here, just slowly soaking in and integrating what you've done. We're coming to lie on your back. If you choose, just restart your playlist. One last song. The whole body long, and then rest. Check out the feet, check out the knees. And let your breathing become large and loose to begin. Softening the skin around your eyes. Softening your lips. Each exhalation a little bit softer, a little more molten, melting shoulders and hands and hips and heels. Letting your breathing get a little bit bigger. Fill the chest. All the way to the collarbones. All the way up. Your hands go overhead. Out through the feet, out through the knees. Walk your feet in. Hold your shins. A little bit side to side. And bring that all the way to a single seat. Interlacing your fingers, sweep up, and then round down. Clear it out, in and up. Out and down. Ha. Go one more time. Drive in. And when your hands are up, put your palms together. Gather it all into yourself. Don't leave, don't just walk away. Conclude. Sweep wide. Palms together, gather it in. You're building a battery, a light. And inhale wide one more time, gathering it in. Palms together, feel yourself seal in what you've made. Satnam, I am this. Thumbs to the forehead center. 8 count Sat, 2 count Nam. Inhale. Sat Nam. Satnam, I see myself. Namaste, I see you. Thank you so much for your practice today. Keep coming. I know I practiced because at the beginning I had made one decision which was kind of low vibe. And at the end of practice, I'm like, no way, that is not my choice. I choose this. A little more effort, a little more ask, but I am ready, and that's what I want. That's the outcome. That's the life I want. And so you can think about this practice as an engine, as a catalyst to take these choices, and they go through the catalyst of this hour, and they come out, and your afternoon looks like this. And so day after day, you start to lift. And Iyengar used to say that the high point of yesterday, the high point of yesterday becomes the low point of today. We just keep walking it up, walking it up. I put the low of yesterday in, I put it into the engine of this practice, and it comes out a little bit different. So Satnam, my loves, I will see you tomorrow for one more day of this sequence, and then on Wednesday, we start the new sequence for July. If you would like to be ready for that, the playlist is up on my website under How To. The June one is there, and the July one's right next to it. So hop on if you like. I will see you tomorrow at noon.